Eve. When you put this letter V, 22nd letter, inside of here, E and E automatically comes with 1. A and E are automatically together. You have no choice. A is in the middle of E. Finished. V is 1/2. Okay? Which once you put together both halves of V, which create the X, you create automatically 4 times. One or more of this makes 4 times itself. It's 4 times itself. They call it the 22nd letter. This one is valued at 24. So that means it put it into 4 different worlds. V is the 22nd letter. X is the 24th letter. Grover Cleveland, 24th and 22nd president. X and V. 46 equaling to DC creation. C, 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 riding the 7 C's. C, N, U, N, the nun. The next C is the next way. It would be the C. And these are the T's. These are the TC's. TC's go all together. This is how this plugs in. I'm not sure what it's good for yet. Eve, A and E. We know why, because it's right here. This is where E is, right over here. We don't need a long arm because we're only coming out from the box of where she lives, right here. So this would be your 4 and your 6 at your hips, your DC hips. Elvis Presley, EP. EP, Elvis Presley, 5 and 16, 21 at your hips. The cube is at your hips. Elvis Presley was showing it to us. Eve, 22. This is 24, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the same. Don't look at the size. I didn't make it perfect. She's tilted between 2 worlds at all the same. She must be divided into 2 squares. I must use 4 squares to create the V. 4 perfect squares. She becomes 5 and 1 and 6. We get 6, 22, 6 or 6, 4, 6. DC, DC, 68 the mind. 42, 68 again. She becomes 6, 6, 6, 4, 6. 24 and 10, 24 and 10. 34 is 68. 68 plus 10 and 10, which is 0 and 0. 0 and 0 gives 6 each. 68 and 12 is 80. 0 equals 6. We're bumped up to 86, all the way from 64. 42. 22, 32 is Eve, the doorway. 32, 6 and 6, 12, 34. The doorway to DC is Eve. This becomes 88. But it was only 22. I only flipped it over and mirrored it in the water. No, I didn't mirror it. Wouldn't it be the other way? I mirrored in the water. But you don't see the beginning because the beginning is on the shore. You're missing half a box. Only half the box is here. The letter is B and E, and the letter is Y, down by the bay with Eve. The bumblebee. Inside ET, TE or ET, which says 10 all in its own. ET, earth tear. It's also the socket. You want to knock it in my socket? Knock my block off? The eyes and the nose. Don't hit below the hips, below the waist. The nut, I remove all vowels in the alphabet. The nut only is N and T. The total is 85. This 85, okay, is silver matrix. Now, I don't know what the silver matrix is, or everything's tied down, just like the islands we live on. So this is what Eve's all about. 13 times 2, 13 times 3, 13 times 4. There's 13 cards in a deck. In the 3 worlds, 26, 39, 52. And that's if you're mixing up. Remember, there's 4 suits. In each suit, there's 1 in 1 color. There's 2 red suits. There's 2 black suits. There's 3 suits with 1 eye. And it's in the video that I've just started to upload 2 minutes ago. The socket. This socket, whether you see or you don't see, okay, the sockets are very important. Everything's very important. Everything has its own reality. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I got a rocket in the socket. I got a socket to him. Muhammad Ali flew like a butterfly, stung like a bee. Pocket, rocket, socket. Very important, the socket. Turn in the bulb, the thinker, what comes into the mind, how we cool off. We are like elephants. We are constantly moving. I'm constantly moving. If 70 or 80% of my weight was water and I weigh 160, I'm moving 100 pounds of water every how often? How often am I moving the water within? Or is it my mind? Moving that water and I'm overheating, becoming bipolar, overheating the mind. And at the same time, don't forget, more than one thing happens when you get sick. Oh my God, what is it? How come I don't feel the same? All that right away is all against you. There's not one thing for you, and yet you say, okay, someone is being hand on the shoulder. It's okay. We know it's going to go away. Things happened before like this, blah, blah, blah. And then, oh my God, it's a worry. I had it before. I'll have it again. Will it come back again? How long will it stay this time? And all of this again. You'll never get better. The mind is too hot, so they drug us up until the mind stops thinking. I don't remember. I smoked the one weed. Engage and disengage. All about the motion of moving your own ocean. Raphael, in my sockets. Thank you for watching.